Hello everyone, we are back on session 2 for 4th grade. This presentation is what the presenter in class will be doing for session 2. Welcome to all the kids on session 2 of STEM. What we're going to be doing is a quick recap of the story. Everybody remembers what happened during the camping trip. Matthias got hurt. Eric lives in Freiburg, Germany, and he loves skateboarding. His mother is a biomedical engineer, and she designed an elastic knee brace for Eric to wear while he was skateboarding. And when he goes camping, he kind of starts worrying about the camping trip. And on the trip, he meets Matthias. And what happens to Matthias is that they start playing a game. And as part of the game, they have an injury for Matthias. And they have to help Matthias get a knee brace on. And Eric starts using his design process, works in a team, creates the knee brace, and they test their design first on a kid who's not hurt, because you don't want to test it on the kid who's already hurt. And they say, gee, I wonder if I can do this fine-tuning, another fine-tuning, and they finally get it to a reasonable degree and then put it on Matthias and helps him walk back to the parking area and get him emergency help. So, quick few principles to keep in mind. Today, the kids in class are going to be designing knee braces. And before we get started, let's very quickly understand what the knee is about. The knee is a couple of bones that are connected by ligaments that mainly keep them in place, tendons which enable them to flex, and muscles which give it strength in order to move the bones and ambulate the body. So we want to really understand how joints work and how ligaments work. Range of motion is what is acceptable. In other words, if the human knee were not to stop moving where it does, but continue to rotate in a circle, we would fall flat, and range of movement reduces that. If the knee is injured, then it's possible the knee moves in ways it is not supposed to. And that is why range of motion may be more, and more range of motion is not a good thing. It means we'll become wobbly and fall down. So to help an injured knee, you need to take weight off the bones that may be broken. You need to provide stability, and you may need to limit the range of motion. Measuring range of motion is done through a machine called the goniometer. And now a few things to keep in mind before we launch into the experiment. What makes a good knee brace? A good knee brace should have the appropriate, not too much, not too little, range of motion. It should not be made out of paper and duct tape so it falls down. It should be usable. In other words, you can't tape that person so tight that you can never take it off. It should be easy put on and put off. And with those base parameters, what we are going to do today is the class is going to be divided into 3 or 4 groups. Each group will be given a bag of material. We're going to try and create a knee brace, perform a motion test. Is it able to give the appropriate level of freedom? Durability test, is it falling apart? Usability test, can you take it out and put it back on and say, how did it work? And we're going to use the engineering design process in order to get to the solution. And with that, we will now break and divide the class into groups so you can build a knee brace. After you're done building the knee brace, first of all, STEM volunteers, you will be provided training before you walk into the class of how to guide the class to building the knee brace. And once the brace itself is built, we're all going to come back together to discuss results and say, how did it work? Did it work in your design? Did it not work in your design? What would you improve if you had more time? And that, at the end of the day, is the crux of the exercise and STEM itself. Thank you so much for your time.